transferring the energy savings and the weather resiliency to the new homeowner as well. So it can go either way, negotiated, paid off, or transferred over. And then the final point that you had raised was the useful life of the product, and of course that's very important to us. Again, consumer protections being kind of paramount to the program. We are not going to issue a 25-year term for an air conditioner. Essentially the terms and the interest rates are tied to the useful life of the product. So the roof and the solar you'll see in the 20-25 year range, the air conditioner and some of the weather resiliency installations you'll see in a much shorter 5 to 10 year range.
Thank you. Yes.
Can you do this for condominiums and so forth too?
Yes, sir. This is that would fall under a commercial PACE, and that is something that we offer. So the answer is yes. That is a somewhat unique animal, but it has been done. And in fact, Renew, who I know the documents are in for Renew Financial, has had a decent amount of experience in that. We've had experience of that in California and some other places. But the short answer is yes.
Nancy?
So who decides what companies, if we were to decide that this is something that we're interested in, who decides what companies that we're going to allow to
Our recommendation is we model it right after Charlotte County, so there's consistency within the county. Doesn't matter whether you're in the city or unincorporated Charlotte County. We do exactly what Charlotte County did.
And Charlotte, I would say, is essentially an open platform. There are 4 providers who offer the PACE financing currently in the state of Florida. And the way Charlotte did is they opened it up to allow all 4 providers to operate. Of course, it might seem opposite of logical, but you know, there are competitors, but at the same time, we encourage competition because this is a relatively new type of financing. We want as much transparency, as much competition as humanly possible.
Then what I heard you also say something about you ensure that whoever is being used for the, to install whatever is the homeowner is looking for.
Right.
You make sure that that person is reliable, so that they're not going to have somebody claim that they're going to do something and then go off and.
Right.
I mean,
No, absolutely. Look, I mean, this is Florida, right? I mean, this is the contractor kind of scam capital of the world. And, you know, keeping these contractors accountable is essential to our program. We've written kind of a set of we've participated in writing a set of consumer protection guidelines called PACE Nation. It's actually got its second iteration out in PACE Nation 2.0. But within that and within our internal compliance procedures, we have countless procedures that actually keep these contractors accountable. A handful, or just one example is, you know, we're actually not paying the contractor until the project is completed. It's signed off by the homeowner saying, yes, you know, we're happy with this and so on. So that way they're not taking the deposit and running as we've seen in other areas. We've actually got about 14 other, you know, very specific procedures that we engage in to keep the contractors accountable for the work that they're doing.
I have a question.
Sir?
If a contractor walks, in this same vein that Nancy just brought, contractor walks off the job in the middle of the job, do you take liability to see to it that job gets completed for the customer?
We absolutely do.
Lynn?
Is there a maximum amount that someone can borrow for this program?
There is, absolutely. As part of those PACE Nation guidelines, those consumer protection guidelines, there is a maximum amount with the loan to equity, how much equity they have in the house versus how much we'll loan them. It's either 15 or 20%. There's also a maximum amount of how much their total assessment is for the house. So if you have special district, if you have like water, fire, and then their property taxes, the assessment that they're paying for the installation cannot exceed a certain percentage of their total assessment and their total taxes in a given year.
Okay, I assume this was sort of handled as a loan would be, so you have a fee that you assess in addition to the expense of whatever they're going to do?
Right, that was one of the other questions that I failed to address. But yeah, it is an assessment, not a loan, but it is handled in a similar manner. And we essentially are a financial institution, and we make our money as a percentage of the interest rates.
And typically, what kind of percentage would that be?
The percentage that we take? Mm-hmm. Oof, that's a good question. I can tell you that the interest rates are somewhere between 6 and 8%. If the you know, the given interest rates today are, you know, maybe 3 or 4, somewhere in there is a spread, but I actually don't honestly know, but I can get you that information. And just to take that one step further, I understand that 6 to 8% sounds higher than the cheapest money available on the street today, and that is accurate. But there are elements of this program and who we can make this available to, that